Hey guys, and welcome to the story explained and summarised for Diablo 4. I want to preface before starting this video that this is my first Diablo game ever, so I'm not really too hot on previous lore in the series or anything of the sort, but this was probably one of the best games of this year for me. I absolutely loved Diablo 4 in every way, shape and form, and I never thought I'd be into this style of game so much. If you haven't played Diablo 4 or are thinking of whether to buy it, just know that it will take a good amount of time and hours to get to a point where you can really get to the end game and be a high enough level to even stand a chance against some of the bosses. But getting there is so fun. Diablo 4 is a live service with the battle pass coming and also different story progressions throughout coming as well. So there's plenty more to come, and I'm very excited to bring videos to you later on down the line on the channel. These types of videos are made by myself for people that are interested in the story of games and want to know what's going on. Someone that needs some more clarity on the story and the events, because it can get quite messy in Diablo 4 at times. And if maybe this isn't your type of game, but still want a cool story to listen to, this is of course the video for you. I'm going to be giving away a couple of copies of Diablo 4 just in celebration of this game launching and how good it is, just like we did with Zelda. If this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll be doing exactly that. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a like of course, and comment Diablo down below. And I'll be randomly picking from a few people down in the comments. So, if that's what you want to do, be sure to get down there. But everyone, without further ado, let's dive straight into Diablo 4. The Diablo 4 story begins whilst moving through a deserted town, one that looks like it hasn't been inhabited for a very long time.
Guide my soul to thy sacred light. Blessed Accurate, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me.
Quiet.
Thou my path is wrought of darkness.
Shut up. They have our scent. Run! Just keep running. Are you out of your mind? He's not going to make it. He has to.
Blessed Accurate, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine
Hey,
wisdom guides
look at me! All the gold we want is right there.
Oh, I just came here for knowledge.
They're coming! I know.
Get over here!
Now, breach the seal. Get us through that door!
Oh, light help me. By three they come. By three thy way opens. Blood shows. This doesn't make any sense. Blood. Blood is the key. Blood is the key!
What?
I need two of you!
No! Go! I'll hold them! Go!
So, it says that the blood of the willing goes...
You gotta be kidding me! It worked!
We have to help him!
He's dead already.
As we entered the chamber, the two bandits were only interested in the treasure that could have laid within.
Oh well, cheer up. Gold splits better 3 ways instead of 4. Must be
But not taking
hidden
into account
somewhere.
what this place could actually be.
Yes.
But by 3 they come, by 3 thy way opens, by the blood of them willing. Hail. Hail the Creator. Ha! Hail the daughter of... Oh no. No, no, no.
What about the coin? What's it say?
This is forbidden. This is a summoning. I cannot speak this.
Don't lie to me!
We came here for treasure. What is this place?
I don't know. Maybe it's a temple. Or a tomb, or...
It's a gate. And blood is the key.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is wrought with darkness, guide my soul to thy sacred ways.
From the abyss, we seek thy salvation. By 3 they come. By 3 thy way opens. By the blood of the willing. We call thee home. Come.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my
Open your eyes.
eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Thy eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal
There
light...
is no light here. You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Yes.
And all the knowledge you seek is here. Surrender. Speak the words. Call her home.
By 3 they come. By 3 thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home. Hail, daughter of hatred. Creator of sanctuary. Hail, Lilith.
Save us.
Welcome to the story of Diablo 4. There aren't many games with an intro as strong as that, I've got to tell you.
Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was, and Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
We start off with our character traversing through the snowy lands of a place called Sanctuary, struggling to find his way through the blizzard that hit the mountains. But our horse runs off into the distance after being spooked by something in the background. And when we eventually find the horse, it had been mauled, eaten alive. By what? When something suddenly runs past in the distance, we turn around in shock, but it had gone before we could see what it was. We have no choice but to move forward on foot, trying to find a place to hold up until the storm passes. We come across a cave in the distance, and when we enter, we collapse on the floor, curled up, trying to keep warm. But in the distance, something approaches us. We stumble across a town not too far from here and assist the villagers by clearing a series of old ruins which have been inhabited by the dead. They wanted to reward us by giving us a place to stay, plenty of drink and stew. So we took up their offer. Why not, right?
Join us.
To our savior!
However, eventually in the celebrations, something started to feel wrong. Really, really wrong. We collapsed on the table, and the atmosphere in the room just went dead. Almost like they were all expecting us to pass out. We were suddenly wheeled out of the pub. and into a nearby stable, where the person named Oswin would place something in our mouth before attempting to kill us.
Before you die.
However, suddenly, someone came out of nowhere, Yosef, and struck the person around the head, killing him there and then.
They're coming! The whole damned village! Get up! Get up!
We needed to fight our way out of here, killing the villagers in the process. We finally take the villagers out, and Yosef tells us that they did exactly the same thing to him. However, we were sick from the soup that we were fed there and then, and inside this soup were a set of blood petals. Yosef looked at the petals and looked at us straight in the eyes, and said that this was a forbidden ritual that was performed by the villagers. But why would they be doing that? And what is that ritual? We make our way to a nearby chapel to hopefully find some answers of what the hell was going on here, and on the ground of the chapel, we see a set of blood petals very similar to what we found in our soup. Upon interacting with them, a vision.
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink and gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
Resist her temptation! Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
From what seemed like a very normal village, one that worshipped the heavens, it was quickly turned the other way. Lilith's persuasion was too strong for the people of this village, and each of them decided to go against the priest and side with Lilith, the demon. A mysterious figure speaking with Lilith mentioned they'd now awakened, almost like something within them has just switched on since she was brought into the world. Lilith referred to the villagers as her children, and they welcomed her like a mother would. The Lords of Hell are coming, and she wanted to help the people survive it, and looking toward the heavens is not the way. When we told Yosef of this information, he knew exactly what was going on, and needed to inform as many people as he possibly could, keeping us in the dark a bit as to what's happening here.
If you're going to trespass into my home, rifle through my things, then at least have the decency to join me for supper. I'm bloody hungry.
We're told to meet with an old man named Lorath. When we tell him our vision, we mention the pale, mysterious man, and he immediately reacted, almost like he knew exactly who we were referring to. He needs to do a bit of digging in the background to see if he knows who this person really is, and from that is hopeful that we could start to find out a bit more about why this person has summoned Lilith, a demon, the daughter of hatred. However, now that we've ingested Lilith's blood petals, we are tied to her. We can see visions through the blood petals that we find scattered around Sanctuary that allow us and give us a bit more context on what she is doing and where she's been. It's a long road ahead.
Sometimes our paths in life are set to collide. We just don't know it. Whether it is by accident or fate's hand, there is nothing we can do about it. The wanderer lost in the storm, fed the blood of Lilith, saved by a lone monk. Different lives and incidents drawn together. By what? Destiny? Or some greater power pulling the strings? I did not know. But at the time, I thought I had the chance to protect humanity from the daughter of hatred. The Wanderer's connection to her gave me hope. Imagine that.
We walk into the nearby cathedral and meet someone named Prava. She mentions that there was a demon sighting by one of her knights in Gale Valley. The description matches too well, so we were asked to stake it out and see what we could find. When we got there, we met someone named Captain Anchors. We advised we're looking for Vigo, sent by Prava, and he's looking into a report from a young girl stating that she had a sighting of a horned woman around these parts last week, with an entire escort of knights just gone missing, and the girl's mother missing too. We make our way over to the cave where Vigo is situated, and there we also meet Neyrel.
Are you Vigo? I was sent...
Hey! I know what I saw. She had horns like a beast, strode right past where you stand. To think my mother's trapped in there with her. You let my mother through, sir. Shouldn't you be responsible for her safety?
But... we have soldiers stationed inside.
You should be worried about them, too. Maybe you can help me.
Neyrelle and her mother studied the Haradrim, and were onto something big before she left into this cave. We advised that Prava sent us, and that the horned woman is the demon Lilith, the daughter of hatred. We must enter the cave and we must find her, or just see what's happened in there. When we get inside, we see a knight on the ground, struggling for his life. He tells us that a woman that Vigo let in was not human, Lilith. However, we also see here that Neyrelle's mother was spared by Lilith, and they proceeded deeper in together. It was here that we found out that Vigo was in fact bribed by Neyrelle's mother, and he was under strict orders from Prava to not let anyone pass into this cave. Vigo returns to Prava to tell her as to what information we've found out, whilst we continue on with Neyrelle to find her mother, and any signs as to where Lilith actually is. Throughout we find a series of memories from Lilith speaking to Neyrelle's mother, persuading her, manipulating her, that what she's doing is the right thing, and that knowledge is what she seeks, and that Lilith can give that to her. She was taking Neyrelle's mother to meet Lilith's son, Rathma, the first necromancer. Rathma is the key to all of Lilith's plans. In order to reach Rathma, we need to cross a place called the Black Lake at the bottom of these ruins. This requires a ritual to be done, where blood is the key. Lilith is trying to use Neyrelle's mother in order to do this ritual, allowing her to pass. And when we eventually reach the ritual site, there was Neyrelle's mother, writing in her own blood.
Just in time. Beyond this lake lies the necropolis of the firstborn. A trove of magic and knowledge. I opened the way for Lilith, but I could not pass through with her. I lack divine element, you see.
Stop.
But I can find it. I'm so close. I simply need...
Mother, stop! Look at what Lilith has done to you. You're writing in your own blood.
My little magpie. She awakened me. She showed me things I can't even put into words. Once I've finished, you will understand.
I don't care what she showed you. Please, let's just get out of here.
Oh, I see. Yes, clever magpie. Trying to lead me away so you can take all this for yourself. This is my discovery, not yours. I will finish these runes with your blood!
Neyrelle's mother was blinded by what Lilith said. Her want for knowledge and magic clouded her judgment, and she wasn't able to see past it. We were forced to fight Neyrelle's mother, and once the battle was over, that was it. We need blessed blood in order to proceed across the Black Lake, so we need to do exactly that. Neyrelle asks us to speak with Prava and do anything that we can to get this blessed blood. And once we've done that, to meet her in the Mistral Wood. There's a Haradrim vault hidden away somewhere. Maybe something inside will help us with the ritual, or going over the Black Lake. We return to the cathedral to inform Prava, however she wasn't there. We speak with Eosif again to inform him of what happened, and here is when he mentions that Inarius knew the prophecy all along, and it's unfolding just like he foretold. Soon, he will return to the heavens and not be trapped in Sanctuary. Inarius was given a prophecy a long time ago, light piercing hatred's heart, and upon receiving that prophecy, he thought that it was his fate in order to kill Lilith. He is light, and of course Lilith is dark. And when he does this, he'll be redeemed and ascend back to the heavens where he belongs. More on the background and lore of this part later, because I know that it can be quite confusing for the new people. We received the blessings, and there was one final thing to do before we attempt to cross the Black Lake. It's time to meet Inarius and get his blessing.
This is how you choose to approach me.
Forgive this intrusion, but
Tell me what you need.
I must traverse the Black Lake, and that cannot be done without your blessing.
If I've learned anything during my time here, it is that what we're looking for and what we need are rarely the same thing. I once thought I could find an end to this war, but there has been no resolution, only more pain. Everything I've done has pulled me further from home, from the place I need to be. This world we made was born from the impossible, and yet, like its creators, it rots from the inside.
I don't... Lilith has entered the ancient city. With your blessing, I can pursue her.
Your kind are weak, and this world has been wasted on the crusades of the unworthy.
I can stop her.
This audience is concluded.
I mean, the blessing probably could have gone a bit better. However, we stand before Prava unscathed, meaning that that was enough for her to give us the blessing to pass over the Black Lake. We asked Prava why Inarius is trapped here in Sanctuary. Inarius, for those that don't know, is essentially the god of the heavens, and he has wings and is essentially against the darkness, if that makes sense. So the reason why he's trapped in Sanctuary is that in the heavens' eyes, creating humanity was a sin. Therefore, they cast Inarius down to have eternity on Earth and Sanctuary. Now he seeks redemption in order to try and get himself home and back into the heavens, and as prophesied, that is to slay Lilith. Anyway, we needed now to meet Nerel after receiving our blessing. We make our way through, and at the end of the portal was a wolf. It's stated that we're in an illusion created by the Haradrim to steer people away from the vault. We enter the portal and we're transported into a new realm. We follow the wolf until the end and ask who this wolf is. The wolf responds by stating that they're an admirer of ours, and he was the wolf that helped us in the cave at the beginning of our journey. The wolf wants us to succeed in stopping Lilith, but believes that following the Haradrim is not the way to do that. Their path always ends in fire and death. The wolf is trying to warn us about the Haradrim, stating they will stumble at some point. But right now we don't know who this wolf is, or what his motivations are, so it's quite mysterious to us, so more on this later. Anyway, we finally catch up with Nerel and enter the Haradrim vault. Nerel opens the doorway and we eventually find a ledger. This was written by the Haradrim way back when, containing spells and theories created by Rathma, the first necromancer, and the son of Inarius and Lilith. This wasn't what we were looking for. However, this book might contain the magic and the spells in order to bring back Nerel's mother, just so she can complete the ritual, allowing us to pass across the Black Lake. This might be our best shot and potentially our only shot. So we make our way back down there and meet with Nerel. And yeah, this one's worth a listen.
Mother, please, can you hear me?
My little magpie, it's you.
I can save you from this, Mother. I promise. I can learn how to...
Nerel, stop. I can't be saved from my own mistakes. This body is only a husk. My spirit must pass on. And you must let me go.
Mother, no. I need you.
You need to move on, magpie. without me. But I can help you one last time before I go. You have the divine blessing. Your blood is the necessary key. You were so loved.
Mother.
Narelle.
The way is open. We have to go. But... do you think Lilith is even still here? It's been so long. I'm afraid she's won this one. Besides, I have to... take care of my mother. But it's not over yet. Not for you. Lilith was after Rothma. Find him. Learn why. I'll be back at the vault. All right?
As we make our way through the depths towards Rathma's sanctum, we see multiple visions of Inarius and Rathma. Rathma refused to give his father the key to hell because the future Rathma sees is completely different to the prophecy in which Inarius has been foretold. He knows the destruction that lays ahead if Inarius gets the key. Inarius is convinced that the prophecy states he will kill Lilith and rise back to the heavens. But Rathma did not seem convinced of this at all. We finally reach Rathma's sanctum, and we go to the altar, and he's laying dead? But that's not all. A series of blood petals.
I don't know if you would have chosen to stand beside me in this new world, Rathma. But I would have saved your place, just the same. And now, all that you might have been has been stolen from me. Stolen. This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future. A future made possible because of the price you paid. Your sacrifice will not have been in vain.
Inarius was here, and he killed Rathma, his own son, in order to get the keys to hell, just so he can fulfill his own prophecy and rise back to the heavens. Inarius killing his own son just so he can get what he wanted for his own sake? It says it all about the person that he really is. Lilith approaches the corpse of Rathma, and he pulls the staff out of his chest. Inside the staff is the key to hell. Obviously, what Inarius has missed. Rathma told Inarius during those visions that we had when we were traversing to this sanctum that the key was within him. So when he killed him, he thought the key would have shown itself. However, he obviously didn't check the staff, and now Lilith has the key to hell, and this is the start of her plan. In the next part of the story, Lorath instructs us to go and find someone named Donnan. Donan is also a Haradrim, or an ex-Haradrim, and we need to deliver a message to him stating Lilith's presence in Sanctuary. When we get there, we see Donan speaking with his son Yorin, with him requesting to go out with the guards to battle. Donan was hesitant to allow him to do this, but then their attention turned to us. We informed Donan of Lilith's presence, and here he mentions that something happened to him not too long ago in his study. He asks us to make our way over there to have a look if we can see anything, and right in the centre, again a series of blood petals.
And I know you, Donan. Old, tired, each day a struggle to live up to your own legacy.
What do you want with me?
Astaroth.
He's dead.
Astaroth cannot die. Not by your hand. What have you done with him?
Away, demon. I deny you.
You have grown so frail. I can make you the hero you were.
Return to the darkness from whence you came. I said away!
Lilith is looking for someone named Astaroth. Donan states Astaroth is dead, with Lilith responding, he can't die by Donan's hand. What does Lilith want with Astaroth? He was from the realm of hatred, the same place Lilith called home. Anyway, we must press on forward. Before Lilith disappeared, she looked behind Donan and found a picture of two other people, Arida and Nefane. Both have a long past with Donan, and it looks like Lilith might use them rather than Donan to get what she wanted or to find the way to Astaroth. Donan is comfortable with Yorin accompanying us on this journey to find Lilith, so we make our way into the Weeping Cairns until we come across the Cairn of Elders. Demonic scars on their graves and ruins all around. This is the work of a Haradrim named Erida. But why would she be aligned with Lilith, a demon? It makes no sense. We follow them atop a hill, and there at the top was Erida.
Only one of us will walk away from this. So let's enjoy the storm a moment. Nature's music.
The dead are killing our people as we speak.
Some will die, yes. But that is the way of nature. It is a crucible. It devours the weak and makes the strong stronger. And those who survive, they will save this land from hell.
You've fallen for the demon's lies.
No. This is my choice. Lilith only granted me the power to do what must be done.
And what did you give her?
All things must be earned in the wilds, even knowledge. Prove yourself, and you will have your answers.
We finally defeat her, and here we learn that Arida told Lilith how to break the walls of Astaroth's prison. Her reason for this Because if they can't destroy Astaroth, how can they expect us to take on hell itself? Lilith is now after the druid Nefane, and we need to get to him really fast. We reach an altar to try and find our way to Nefane, and a wolf appears, guiding us through to the end. When finally, there he is. Nefane was completely ripped apart from the waist down, held to a tree and somehow still conscious. We were way too late. Lilith was already here and did this to Nefane. Nefane tells us that Lilith is in the north trying to plan something, but we don't really know what it is right now. We find and enter a cave to the north where we see a series of blood petals. Lilith created an amalgamation of rage to tear through Donan's people, causing chaos at the castle. However, there's still a chance to stop Lilith. We need to work all as one.
Bring them peace in death.
Bloody miracle you made it here in one piece. Lilith and that beast tore right through us. Could have killed me too. But she left me untouched. She's toying with me. Wants me to watch her destroy everything I've built. Damn it! Did you see Yorin the way you came?
No.
She hasn't won yet. There's still a chance to stop her. But I can't do it alone.
I am with you. Where is she now?
An old chamber beneath the keep. That's where Astaroth is. I didn't vanquish him like the stories say. I imprisoned him in a soul stone. It was a last resort. I built Eldheim over the stone to contain its evil. I've spent my life watching over it, keeping it a secret, so Astaroth would never hurt anyone again. Not even my son knows. I'm sorry for hiding this from you before, but I couldn't risk a stranger finding out the truth. We should get moving. Follow me.
Astaroth is kept below the depths in a chamber. Donan didn't kill Astaroth, and he's only just telling us now. He only contained Astaroth in something called a soul stone. This is huge information and a bombshell for us, because Lilith knew Astaroth wasn't dead. And if she gets her hands on the soul stone, well, it's almost game over. But Yorin hasn't come back yet. We haven't seen him along the way either. So that's also on Donan and ours mind as well. We'll make our way through the Eldheim barracks in search of Yorin. And the knights that were with him are all dead on the floor. Could Lilith have taken Yorin as well? However, again, slightly further in, another series of blood petals.
Mighty Astaroth, the charred duke himself, confined to a cage. What a pity.
Daughter of hatred.
I have an offer. You will grant me safe passage to a place I am no longer welcome. In exchange, I will give you freedom and more. Donan's progeny, his pride and joy, your retribution. If you give me what I want.
You will have safe passage.
Lilith wanted to make a deal with Astaroth. She would give Astaroth the retribution that he wanted, getting back at Donan for imprisoning him in this stone for all of this time, in return for safe passage into somewhere. Where, we don't know just now, but I'm sure we will further on. Lilith pierced the head of Yorin with the Soul Stone, releasing the soul of Astaroth into Yorin and allowing him to have a host to put his soul into, bringing him back to life and into the real world. When we entered the town with Donan, it was very clear who had made all of this mess.
You're in! You're in!
He has been waiting for you.
Where is he?
Come forth.
My boy.
He called out for you, wept until his tears became fire.
Do as you please, Astaroth. I have what I came for.
We had no choice but to fight Astaroth and take him out. Lilith's plan with Astaroth was to break Donan, wear away any possibility that he could come searching for her, and ruin her plan. So she went after exactly what she knew would do this. Yorin.
Yorin. I'm sorry, my son. I'm sorry.
Lilith's plan with Astaroth was to 1. Break Donan, wear away any possibility that he could come searching for her, and ruin Lilith's plan. So she went after what was most important to Donan, and knew that would do this. That was of course his son, and of course the promise that Astaroth made to Lilith. We don't know what that's around just yet, but it's interesting to find out going forward. We meet up with Lorath to speak to him around what's next, and well, let's just say Lorath wasn't in the best frame of mind at this time. Remembering from the start of the game, Lorath came here to find out more around the Pale Man in the visions that we'd had, and the one at the start of the game. This is still an unknown to us at the moment, so we wake Lorath to find out if he's got any closer to finding out. It turns out this person's name is Elias, who was one of Lorath's apprentices back in the day, one of his Haradran apprentices. He brought Lilith here, and this time, he brought Lilith into this world, and this shook Lorath, which is why he turned to drink. We accompany Lorath to someone's house, named Gembar. Here we find a journal entry from Gembar with Elias and Lilith manipulating him. Gembar was a very unconfident and angry person, and someone who relies on affirmation from people to feel valued. And Elias and Lilith did exactly that. Gembar is the summoner here. Elias has recruited him for exactly this, and now we need to find him quickly before the ritual takes place. As we approach closer, we can hear Gembar speaking in the background. at the foot of an altar, there he was.
We stand by your side and set the cleansing fire. Visitors? Did Master Elias send you?
Master Elias? Well, yes, in fact he did. Ours is a very important mission. We have something for the Master, but we had heard he was with you. Do you know where he is?
Liar! Dirty pig's-born liar! The Master has all he needs!
Genbar was having none of it and didn't believe Lorath for a second, and turned against us, summoning a demon to fight us. We take out the demon and Genbar, and speak with Lorath. Genbar was expecting someone to be here. He and Elias were about to do something drastic, but what that is yet we don't really know. However, Elias just sent Lorath a gift. One that could tell us potentially where he was and where this demon was summoned from. This demon was sent to us by Elias. This one, however, requires constant feeding and human sacrifices. If Lorath cuts into the demon's stomach, it might hold a clue as to where it came from. Before we join Lorath in dissecting this demon though, we need to make our way to the Obey Monastery. Within this monastery we find much more information around what Lilith is potentially doing here, how the mythology works, and how all of this came to be. The birth of hell, long ago, the great beast Tathmet, was struck down and eventually it sank below the abyss. There it smoldered and festered at all of the ruins, and its 7 heads formed 7 great evils. 3 prime evils, Baal, Diablo and Mephisto, and 4 lesser evils. These were enemies of all creation. There was also a battle a very long time ago between angels and demons, and that was just a huge battle which caused so much travesty and pretty much almost ended the world. So there's so much lore in the background here. If anyone wants me to go into detail with lore in separate videos, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that because it is actually really interesting, so just let me know. The monastery holds an archive as well, one that studies all evil, and is restricted to the most devoted scholars of Zakarum. We need to find and speak with the Abbot of Orbay. When we reach him, he's not in a very good spot.
With the rest of it.
Where is Elias?
Gone. He said the ruin of Sanctuary was imminent and only I could help. He is going to summon a lesser evil. He took all he needed. And then my scholars, he murdered them.
Elias was here and said that the ruin of Sanctuary was imminent. Elias is going to summon one of the 4 lesser evils, and to do this he's ensured he took everything out of the archive that he needed. We then come across a transcript from Elias, which had some pretty interesting information with him.
All human knowledge shall be shared among the children of Lilith, and no secret shall be kept from them. And the liars and learned thieves of the world shall perish in their regret.
Now, it's time to meet back up with Lorath and dissect this demon.
It was protecting that fool, Genbar.
This is Elias's work. But where is he? The answer lies in the stomach. This is delicate. A soft noble's hand. Elias would have to feed this thing with more than fancy boots.
That's someone's son.
Or daughter.
We should burn demons.
This is wrong.
This medallion bears the crest of the ruler of the royal house of Gulran.
Former ruler.
Obviously.
That's enough, old man. The dead deserve respect.
The dead deserve nothing when the living are in danger. Now Gulran has a new ruler, and we have Elias to thank for it.
The dead may be worthless to you, but that medallion could bring peace to those two mourning.
Fine. If we are to find Elias, then we must also travel to Gulran. Meet me there, and be swift about it.
Inside the stomach of the demon, he finds a medallion that represents the former ruler of a place called Gulran. Gulran now has a new ruler thanks to Elias, and this looks to be one of the best leads we're going to have as to where this demon came from. This demon came from Gulran, so that's exactly where we need to go. As we progress through, we finally find Elias' sanctuary. It's within here that we find Elias' archive, in which he handpicked and stole from the Obe monastery. Throughout our searches, we find sketches of 3 prime evils, Baal, Diablo and Mephisto, and then a journal entry.
The prophecy is unfolding before my eyes. I was right to act on it. When the prime evils come, they will find no easy prey. We will be ready. Our rebirth begins here, with Andariel chained to the heart of Gulran. She will feed on the suffering in this city of anguish, and we in turn will feed on her. Andariel's power will be ours to wield against the other lords of hell. If more must die to see it come to pass, so be it. I will not fail you, Mother.
Elias' plan became clearer, and Dariel is the lesser evil that he and Lilith are trying to summon. Elias thought that he could use the lesser evils against the power of the prime evils. Lorath gave Elias an ultimatum when Elias was a part of the Haradrim and his apprentice to Lorath. They can stop this search and stop this investigation, or he can leave the Haradrim. Well, we know exactly what happened there. Andariel is chained to the heart of Gulran. Andariel will drain all of the life out of this place and cause absolute chaos. The summoning will take place at the Temple of the Primes, so that's where we need to go and try to stop what they're doing as fast as possible. On our way there though, we find a room behind Elias' quarters, basically an escape hatch behind a bookshelf. Within are 3 shrines for Baal, Diablo and Mephisto. Elias was researching shrines, and as we found out earlier, only the blessed can proceed and make their way through. We needed the blessing of the prime evils to be able to proceed, and this would not be easy. We first start with Baal, Lord of Destruction.
Baal, Lord of Destruction. His influence has launched every war in history. Never once has he tired of conflict. Speak his true name. Tor Balos.
Tor Balos.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
2 more shrines to go. Diablo and then Mephisto. Stay strong.
The next was Diablo, the Lord of Terror.
Diablo, Lord of Terror. Every mortal fear, every nightmare, he is the root of it all. Always has been. Speak his true name. Al Diabolos.
Al Diabolos.
However, the final one was slightly different to the previous 2. This was Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, the father of Lilith.
Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, father of Lilith. You need to be careful. Her blood is already a part of you.
I can handle it.
You see? The power here is already agitating you.
I told you I can handle it. Tell me what to say and then go search for the temple.
So be it. When you're ready, speak the name Dol Mephistos. But watch yourself.
Dol Mephistos.
When we interacted with this shrine, a portal suddenly opened next to us. And when we entered, that wolf was there again.
We meet again.
Mephisto. I know who you are now.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we can't help each other. That mortal Elias seeks to use the power of the Primes for his own ends. No one knows their place anymore, do they? His meddling has drawn echoes of the past to my refuge of hatred. But you and I can put things back in order.
This entire time, Mephisto was the wolf that was helping us. Here we learn what Elias is trying to do, summon the primevals. Mephisto, a primeval, is still trying to regain his power. He's not at full strength just yet, therefore that's why he needs our help to destroy Lilith. He gives us the blessing that we need and wants us to destroy Lilith and save our world. But why? There are still a lot of unanswered questions here as to why Mephisto wants us to help him and why he wants us to destroy and kill his daughter. So there's a lot to still build up on here, but bear with us, it answers in time. Anyway, with the blessings to receive from the 3 shrines, we proceed forward to the ritual, and there's Elias at the foot of the altar.
Elias myself. Stay to the shadows.
Lorath kills Elias. However, when he looks down again, Elias is gone.
Please, come with me.
Lorath and the sacrifice flee, and we have to take care of Brol. We meet them once Brol was taken care of, and this mysterious woman named Thaisa had a connection made with Andariel. However, it was during this conversation that we learned that Elias has a palace based in a desert not too far from here. However, between our current location, the Forsaken Chapel, and the palace, storms plague the lands and make it increasingly more difficult to traverse through. Many in the town said no to helping us through and showing us the way, other than an old man who seemed to have a few screws loose, Meshiv. Meshiv guides us through, and finally we reach the palace.
Look at this. To think such an intriguing place was hidden beyond the storm.
A relic from the old days of Kyrgyzstan, maybe. Lost to time until Elias seized it.
He must stole some treasure, eh?
Meshiv, don't move. Don't speak to anyone. There is great danger lurking here.
You've grown fearful in your old age, my friend. But worry not. I will stay put.
When we walk inside, all of the people believed we were here to join Elias in his plan. Due to the difficulties in getting through the storm, only those Elias chooses can get through. However, when the guard at the door tells us that Elias is here, and that we must go inside and present ourselves to him. We learn here that Elias has a device called the Sightless Eye. This allows him to see through time and the location of any given person at any given time. So, he probably knows we're coming. As we walk into the palace, we see all of the Chosen forming Elias's army, each of them taught how to summon demons and more. We finally enter the chamber, and there he is, stood there.
The maiden will walk this world.
Elias.
I knew you would come, Laura.
Been spying on us with the Sightless Eye, have you?
You think I would waste such magic on you? You're still just as narrow-minded as the day I left you. I will put you out of your misery, old man.
We fight Elias and seemingly take him down, and there, blood petals.
Mephisto, Diablo, Veil. The ruination of Sanctuary is imminent, and yet you doubt.
Only zealots and fools are completely certain, Mother. If we are to be saved, it will be by your hand.
I have not come to save, but to empower. In my shadow, the strong will oppose the might of hell itself. Let the weak fend for themselves.
Andaria lives. The Horadrim die.
Whatever the cost.
Whatever the cost.
I had another vision. Lilith thinks the prime evils will destroy Sanctuary, and she's empowering people to stand against them.
That's why she and Elias are gathering followers. They're building a bloody army.
Yes, Laura. The Lords of Hell threaten our existence, and we are doing something about it.
Elias, how are you still alive?
You will never understand what I have done for this world.
But suddenly Elias comes back through the door. We take him out again for the second time, or the third time I should say, but we need to take the Sightless Eye before we leave, to strip him of at least that little bit of power. We eventually find it and take it, and we escape through a window, and Mashif is injured.
Hey, you made it. Did you kill that sorcerer fellow?
Don't talk. The storm was broken. We'll get you out of here.
Oh, it's a shame. I got mine. Just a hair too late. Sneaky devil poked me in the back. Skewered like a quill rat. So it goes. Hey, Deckard.
Aye. So it goes. They'll be coming. I'm taking the Sightless Eye. We need a safe place to study it. use it against them. We'll meet at the Desert Chapel. Go.
Meshif died helping us. He passes, and the next thing to do is to meet Lorath at the Desert Chapel. We finally get there and decide that we need to use the Sightless Eye to figure out where Lilith and Elias are. We pictured Lilith in our minds and gaze into the Sightless Eye.
My father's essence is reforming.
How do you know?
I feel it. Like 1,000 old wounds ripped open again. He is still weak. Vulnerable. I must strike before he can resist.
Make his power yours. The other lords will.
What happened?
She saw me.
She knows we're looking for her. Only a matter of time before she comes after us.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Mephisto is reforming. And Lilith aims to take his power while he is still weak.
So, that's what you've been preparing for. All right, old man. Think. Think! If she takes Mephisto's power, she'll become like a prime evil herself. She'll be able to conquer hell and sanctuary alike. I have an idea how to stop her. But for it to work, we'll need the help of an old ally. Deliver this message to Donan. He'll have gone to Kyovashad for guidance.
Mephisto's essence is reforming. He is still weak and vulnerable though, and she must strike before he resists, take his power, and take it for herself. If Lilith takes Mephisto's power, she will become like a primeval, and this is her plan all along. She will take command of hell and sanctuary, all to herself. Lorath knows what we must do next. However, in order to act upon it, we need to speak and deliver a note to Donan, his old friend. Donan, of course, is still not in the right mind frame after his son dying and being taken over by Astaroth. So we meet him at the Cathedral of Light. When we get there, Donan is stood beside a few wooden benches. We hand in the note and let him have a read through. Donan was shocked, and Lorath never actually told us what this plan was. It turns out that Lorath wants to imprison Lilith in the Soul Stone, the same Soul Stone that was used on Astaroth and, of course, Yorin. However, the Soul Stone needed to be attuned first, and we need an expert for doing that. Lorath thinks that expert is Donan. The Horadric Vault should contain all the information needed in order to attune the stone. We enter the vault and make our way into Donan's desks, and there was his old Horadrim amulet. We take it and make our way back into the study, and there was Neyrelle. Neyrelle isn't a Horadrim. However, her mother and Neyrelle have spent practically all of their lives researching the Horadrim, so she's extremely knowledgeable in everything relating to the Horadrim, and she wants to help us along the way. She can read their writing, she can cast their spells. She's very, very important. So we return to the Desert Chapel, and here, Lorath and Donan reunite for the first time in a long time. Lorath goes over the plan with us to use the Soul Stone on Lilith before she reaches Mephisto. Fighting is a last resort if the stone didn't work. However, suddenly, the wind begins to pick up whilst we're inside the chapel, and as we walk outside, there was Elias, finishing that ritual on Thaisa.
Fumbling in the eye led me right to your little camp.
If you hurt her...
hurt her. I elevated her. The runes inked into her skin form a waypoint. She is a beacon across realms.
Get her out of here.
It matters not. Her part is done. Your part is done too. Savor your breath while it lasts.
The summoning ritual is now done, and Andariel is here. After a grueling battle, we take Andariel out. We walk inside the chapel and meet back with the rest of them. Here Thaisa mentioned that the reason she's after Elias is because he took something from her friend. Her friend knows the art of immortality, and she feels that Elias took exactly this from her, which is the reason why he can't die. So the next thing to do is speak with Thaisa's friend around what happened here.
I wonder what old Deckard Cain would have written in his chronicles if he had seen us. Two old friends reunited. New allies eager to learn from our vast knowledge. Bound as one against the encroaching darkness, like the Haradrim of old. They were probably lost and bitter, just like us. But Cain had a gift for seeing the good in people. One thing was certain, at least. Lilith meant to devour Mephisto and claim his power as her own. Had that been her goal all along? Not sanctuary, but a bid to reign in hell. And Elias, the damned fool, was too blind to see it. Perhaps we weren't perfect, but we knew we had to make a stand. We were the world's only hope.
We regroup with everyone and figure out how to break Elias's hold on immortality. Donnan will focus on the Soul Stone and try to restore its power whilst we do that. There's a place nearby that we can visit with Donnan, and it's here that we can look to find a quicker way to restore the power of the Soul Stone. This place is called Zakarim Keep, a place abandoned now but was once thriving, and this is where Mephisto once targeted the leader. We climb the walls and let Donnan in, and make our way into the depths. We finally reach a place called the Black Tomb of Sankeka. I've probably completely butchered that pronunciation. And here Donnan senses enough hatred to successfully attune the Soul Stone. Donnan casts a spell on the tomb. However, the spell didn't work. Donnan says that the spell didn't work because the Soul Stone must have been damaged when Astaroth took over Urin's body. In order to repair it, we need some supplies. And in order to restore the power of the stone, we need a witch to combine all of this together. And when we get there, Thaisa? Thaisa was the witch all this time? No wonder she was a part of the ritual. We need to find someone named Valther. However, she wasn't very helpful to us.
Do you have a habit of snooping around other people's homes? Thaisa has unknowingly sent you to your death. In the end, she will see the foolishness of her pursuit of Elias, and she will know that Lilith is our future.
We defeat her and take the supplies back to Donnan and Thaisa, and begin the ritual for the first time. However, something was incredibly wrong. The repair of the Soul Stone completely failed. The spell failed.
Raise the flame. Turn the wheel twice. 3 times. Give it another turn. Grind it in the mortar. Shah shil yu kilnim. Shah shil yu kilnim. Shah shil yu kilnim. No, it's not working.
Thaisa pulled us to one side and tells us that Donnan isn't up to the task. He believes he's not in a good enough spot, and all the grief, his son, it's hovering over him and clouding his mind. Thaisa wants to take Donnan somewhere, the Hungering Swamp. This is aimed at cleansing Donnan's mind. When we get there, this is what he sees.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no! They're coming!
Father, I will. Don't worry. Father.
Yoren? My son? How is it possible? My son. Please come back to me. Come back. I shouldn't have let you go. I should have said no. I should have kept you with me at Eldheim.
Why did you let me go?
I don't know. The look on your face. You were ready. You needed to go.
I did. And I do again.
Stop! Just...
Father, I'm ready.
However, it wasn't just Donnan that saw something here. Before we knew it, a portal opened in front of us, and as we walked inside, we made our way through a familiar looking realm, before we reached Mephisto.
I know why you're so afraid of her.
My fate is tied to yours. If she devours me, Sanctuary is lost. But you still have a chance to stop her.
Here Mephisto again tells us that he told us that the Horadrim would hold us back, and that chasing Elias is not the way that we should be going. This is where we learned why. If Mephisto is devoured, Sanctuary is lost. Mephisto wanted to work with us to stop Lilith and leave the rest of the Horadrim and the other allies to deal with Elias. But we decline the offer and say that we know who our friends and allies are. And Mephisto opens another portal back to the chapel, and we go into it to speak with Thaisa and Donnan. Donnan decides to try the spell again, this time making more progress with a clear mind. And finally...
Mallet! Sulfur! Careful. Now stand back.
Is it done?
Was it so easy then?
You have no idea the toll of such a thing. No idea what one must face, overcome, to perform this act of magic.
Perhaps not. But still...
Enough. It is done. Let us not tarry.
Yes. We have our task at Zakarum Keep. Let's finish this.
Now we have the Soul Stone attuned and ready, there's only one more thing that we need to do. Figure out how Elias is immortal. Firstly, we speak with someone named Timu. We tell her why we're here, and that we think Elias made a pact with the swamp to become immortal. Timu finally decides to tell us after a bit of persuading, and tells us that if Elias has made a pact, it's to be one with the Tree of Whispers. We're told we need to find something called the incense, so we obtain it and meet back with Lorath and Nerel. And it was here that we found out that Lorath has a way with the older women.
Good, you found the incense. I'll keep it safe for us.
While you were gone, Timur warmed up to us. Well, to Lorath. He's surprisingly nimble with old women.
Nerel?
This incense we were told to collect should provide a pathway to the Tree of Whispers. We walk towards an altar, light the incense, and just wait it out.
What now?
We wait for the path to appear.
Whilst waiting for the path, in the distance we spot something. Is that a snake?
Come on. Wake up. I think it worked.
The path was open, and a huge serpent was now surrounding the swamp. We follow the serpent and finally make our way to the tree.
Why have you come? We're after a man named Elias.
Elias. Slippery, that one. He owns the tree. It deals in thoughts and insight in exchange for a head. He is the first of us to escape payment.
Will you tell us what you told him? If we can stop him for good, the tree can finally collect.
He sought the way to summon Lilith, but he made another stop on the way. To a place beyond the tree's sight.
That might explain his hardiness. I've damn near lost count of how many times we've killed him.
So that's why Taissa failed so dismally to reclaim his head.
This place Elias stopped at. How can we get there?
Seek a coffin beyond the wrecks. It will take you where you must go. Find out what secrets linger there. For the tree knows not.
Here the Tree of Whispers tells us that Elias did in fact sacrifice himself, asking a question resulting in him to have eternity on the tree. But before getting here, Elias made a stop somewhere beyond the tree's sight. That stop would be the explanation as to why we can't kill him. In order to get there, we need to seek out a coffin said to be on a shipwreck on the eastern shore. We board the wreckage and Nirel decides to go and open the doorway for us, but was ambushed on the other side and poisoned. Her hand was burning, the poison injected into her body, and there was no other way. And there was only one way to save her. Remove the poison.
It burns.
This is not good. Damn drowned.
My arm.
You've been infected. It's spreading. We have no time. I must remove the drowned necrosis.
I don't understand.
Laura, are you certain?
I'm certain she's dying. Hold her. We have no choice. Now hold her. Rest now. You will be Haradrim, young one. I will not fail you.
Lorath stayed with Nirel and made sure she was okay, and we had to carry on, of course, to the coffin and step inside.
Don't fear not this cradle. Colder beds than this await you yet, traveler.
We somehow find ourselves in a place beneath the wine dark sea, and throughout are echoes from Elias. Elias knew that Lilith didn't have good within her, so he wanted to make sure he was protecting himself when he summoned her. This is why Elias is so prepared. He wanted to obtain immortality, and he found that within this chamber. We descend deeper in and find the location where Elias completed his immortality ritual. And we finally reached it. There at the end of the broken path was a piece of Elias. His finger was left in the chamber in order to remain immortal, sacrificing a piece of himself. However, suddenly, just as we collected the finger, the place started to fall apart. We awoke a short time later and Lorath said that he had seen us floating around on the shore. We informed him of what we found and he instructed us to burn the finger. Nirel suddenly wakes and only just remembers that her arm is gone. She was worried that we might leave her behind, that she might be a burden now that her arm is of course gone. But we assured her that that will not be the case. So we all meet up and we're ready to face Lilith and Elias head on. We enter the tomb again and using the stone, Dodden attempts to open the door. This time though, a presence is felt by Thaisa. Elias is here. The doorway opens now the ritual was a success, and we walk further on into the tomb, and there he stood.
I will set your afire. How many times must we do this before you learn? My life is not yours to claim.
I have been to the deepest chambers of the sunken temple, Elias. You have no secrets from me.
Elias disappears, but there's no coming back this time. We follow him through the cavern of the tomb, and finally find him laying on a rock at the very end.
Then do so, Horadrim.
Lorath.
Oh, Elias. Was all this worth it then? Truly?
I brought Lilith to Sanctuary, a thing no one thought possible. And when hell rises to sweep across this world, I should be there beside her, ready to push it back. You left me alone to cross the lines you would dare not attempt, and you have nothing to show for it. You are nothing but a wasted life. Do not look to forgive me, old man, because it is you who brought us here. Was it worth it? That is a coward's question, Lorath. It suits you.
Elias of Aronok.
Oh, spare me.
Of your own free will, you swore an oath to the Tree of Whispers.
This is not the life I deserve.
The tree does not forget oaths, and it does not forgive debts. It is time to let go.
Thaisa finishes him off, and now there's only one more thing to do. Elias's head is removed by a crow and is taken to the Tree of Whispers, where he will spend eternity strung too. We all step outside, but there's no sign of Lorath. Now that Elias's head is on the Tree of Whispers, the tree knows where Lilith is. However, if you ask the tree, you're destined for eternity on it. After you die, your head will be strung there forever, and that will be your resting place. Surely Lorath wouldn't ask the tree. Surely he wouldn't sacrifice his afterlife for eternity on that tree just to ask the question. We don't take the chance, and we rush to the Tree of Whispers to try and stop Lorath in the event of him being there. Or so we thought that we could.
Ahead of us for far too long. The tree knew where to find her. I asked. Its answer was worth the price.
Worth the price? You owe the tree your head. The day you die, you'll be taken to hang here with the others.
And what? Did I need your permission? It's done. Put it aside. While we stand here in the mud, Lilith is on her way to absorb Mephisto's power. She has found a gateway to hell, and she approaches with the key.
Where is the gate, brother?
Under Chaldean.
Surely there will be some resistance.
None. The fools welcomed her in. It is up to us to stop her and imprison her in the Soul Stone. This is all that matters.
And if Lilith has already passed through the gate?
We follow her into hell. I will do everything in my power to get us there.
The four of us alone? This is lunacy.
Not lunacy, child. Duty. We will meet in Tarsarak to prepare. Pray we are not too late. A strange thing, knowing where you'll go when you die. One less damn mystery to worry about, at least. Did I make the right choice? I did what I had to. We needed answers and we got them. Lilith was poised to storm the very gates of hell. Astaroth and the deal, Rathma and the key, it had all been leading to this. But what we didn't know was that while we were lost in the swamp, Inarius and the Cathedral were launching a campaign to strike at Lilith. Their battle would leave the world a wasteland. And whoever won would show no mercy to what was left. Our only hope was to reach Lilith before Inarius. But we couldn't have predicted what happened next.
Lorath sacrificed his afterlife to show us where Lilith's location was. She opened a gateway to hell and has the key. So we need to go there right away. The gate is located in Calderum. The people just welcomed Lilith straight in. Inarius and the Cathedral were already launching a campaign to strike at Lilith. Their battle would leave the world a wasteland, and whoever won, well, would show no mercy on what was left. We need to get there and get there fast, and hopefully to try to stop Inarius from going in. However, unfortunately, it was like talking to a brick wall. And Sanctuary was raining blood. Demons everywhere, Lilith's army fighting back. We catch up with Inarius and his army, and it didn't go too well.
The time of prophecy has come, knights. Lilith flees to the gate to hell. I will slay her in that cesspit she calls home, and open the way to the heavens. All is as fate decreed. A spear of light, piercing hatred's heart. You who die in battle today, die heaven-bound. Rally the troops at the palace. We march on hell!
And after that, your plan?
The Horadrim. Always chasing after the battles of your betters. But the angels don't need you.
The stone, Donan.
We don't need the bloody angels either.
The hubris. You boast of a mere fragment of what this once was. The World Stone. Debased in the hands of fools. Lilith dies by my blade. Prophecy has foretold it.
Prava was amongst the army fighting with Inarius. So we walk over to speak with her about Inarius seizing our soul stone, trying to get it back and to talk some sense into Prava. And this is all she had to say.
Blessed be the light. The Father will deliver us. Together.
He seized our soul stone.
His is the will of the light.
You still believe that?
How can you doubt us? After everything we've done for you and Yorin. At least, he doesn't have to see you like this. Stand down, brethren. Sin reaps consequence. I have faith the Father acted righteously.
We want to stop Lilith. Same as you.
Unbelievable.
Inarius awaits us at the mouth to hell.
We fight our way through, and finally regroup and make our way down into the gates
Think
of hell.
on what I've said, all right?
But down there, more blood petals.
can sense your fear, Father.
Well, what did you see? Whether we use you or the stone, we have to stop her. We follow her into hatred itself. It will sour our hearts even more, turn us against each other. Let's remember why we're here. Together.
As we fight our way through and reach the spire, at the foot of the spire were a set of blood petals.
Din onum exousia. Ancora din exousia.
May we fight true in His holy name. Blessed be the light.
Do you remember them, Honorius? The whispers of the damned.
Words will not save you. Show yourself.
So, the soldier returns, and with such purpose. No longer the conflicted soul I left behind.
You deceived me!
Why, Anarius? What are you truly after?
My rightful place is in the heavens.
Is that why you seek to destroy all that we created?
Sanctuary is an abomination!
And our son.
I made it right. To satisfy the heavens.
Tell me, did they rejoice? No. They do not want you.
It is done. It all ends with you.
No. We made a choice. And that they can never forgive. No matter what you tell yourself, or who you sacrifice. Silence is their judgment.
But I set things right. What more would you have me do? Tell me! Please! Tell me!
The heavens do not speak to you anymore.
Heavens, protect me!
No, you belong in hell.
The prophecy, the reason Anarius was here in the first place, it wasn't to be. Lilith didn't die, she's only injured. And now, what happens? Anarius is now dead, his army fallen. However, Lilith is now hurt, she is not at her full strength, meaning it will be way easier to trap her in the Soul Stone now. We need to use the Sightless Eye to track down Lilith's location. However, when we set it up, Donan approaches a pillar of corpses, and, well, this happens. We fight off the Horde, and Donan instructs us to look into the eye. So that's exactly what we do.
Collect your safe passage to the Cathedral of Hatred. And you look less well than when I saw you last. I would not be so certain of victory.
Fulfill the promise you made to me.
Of course, daughter of hatred. With my gift, you will face your father. We all return home. In the end.
Foolish of you to use the eye.
Lilith knew we were looking at her through the eye. Here in the vision was Astaroth standing in the way of Lilith's father's chapel, Mephisto. Astaroth fulfills the promise that he made to Lilith, but then she stares straight into our eyes. Lilith tries her best to persuade us to work with her, to take her hand and to be Sanctuary's greatest protector, trying to talk down her biggest threat and persuade us. It doesn't work. We reach the end of the path and find Rathma's corpse. Rathma's prophecy was a warning, and Arius thought that it was all about him. His greed blinded him, but couldn't see the bigger picture, and that was the same with Elias. However, just as Lilith tried to ambush us when we denied to work with her, Mephisto opens a portal for us and gets us out of there. But we were really unsure why Mephisto keeps helping us. Mephisto says down the line there will be a time where we are enemies, which I presume will be in the live service and through the additional story progressions. But right now, we need to ally together in order to save Sanctuary and the people within it, and to take down Lilith. We're given the blessing by Mephisto to proceed onward and remove the sightless eye from the altar, and there was Donan and Loreth sitting beside each other with Narelle crying.
Don't even think of burying me here, you bastard.
I'm too damn old to haul your body out of hell. So move your hand. Let me see.
I haven't taken orders from you in years, Loreth. I see no reason to start now.
You should have come to me instead of the cathedral. I would have shown up for you. Shared your burden.
I know. And perhaps things would have gone differently with Skosklen. And with Yoren. Was it enough? Will he think it was enough?
Yes. More than enough.
I'm sorry about Donan.
What's done is done. What did you learn from the eye?
Lilith tried to trap me. Before that, I saw her cross a great sea of fire. Beyond it lay her father's domain.
We are too late.
We can't give up now. We have the stone. What should we do?
I don't know. I always thought if I didn't survive, you'd be the one to finish this. You've always had the steady hand, not me. Just...
He gave everything. His home, his son. What was it for?
You've made it back. Good.
What does he mean?
This fiend helped me escape from Lilith.
Wait, I've read of such a wolf. No. Mephisto. You trusted a prime evil?
Trust had no part in it. Your friend saw reason instead, as should you. If Lilith takes my essence, Sanctuary is lost.
What do you propose?
No proposals. I offer only my aid. This leads to the Cathedral of Hatred. But you must hurry. Lilith is almost there.
Mephisto opened a gateway to the cathedral, and in we went.
You've arrived before Lilith, but she is close.
What now?
We can set an ambush. I distract her. You trap her.
Something isn't right. Mephisto led you to this moment. We're in his realm. Should we really be doing what he wants? Between him and Lilith, he is the greater evil.
You want to use the stone on him? Think carefully. That path would lead to failure for all of us.
He's afraid.
It could work. We imprison Mephisto in the stone. Get back to Lorath.
Then we seal the gates of hell behind us and leave Lilith here.
She'll catch you before you escape. And if I'm trapped in the stone when she does, she will take my power. Don't let your hate for me blind you to common sense. Mirel, I can't trust my thoughts about Mephisto, but I trust yours. Do what you think is right. Your lives and those of all humanity depend on what you do next. Choose wisely.
Let us pray that worked. Come on.
Lilith will hunt us down. I must end it.
I'll find Lorath. We'll make this right. And we'll wait for you at the chapel. This better not be the last time I see you. Understand?
Nerel decided to place Mephisto into the Soul Stone instead, rather than putting Lilith in there. If she can't get his power, she can't become a primeval. So Nerel and Mephisto leave in a portal, and we stay behind to face Lilith head on.
Glimpsed in myth.
Lilith was finally dealt with.
Sanctuary was meant as an escape from the eternal conflict. And yet, here we are, again. I gave you free will, and you've squandered it, wasting it on a crusade you don't understand. You chose tyranny when offered freedom. A poor legacy for my gift. Without me, you would have no victory. And its cost will be more than you can pay.
We enter a portal and make our way back to Lorath and explain the situation.
It is done. Lilith is no more.
Is she trapped in the stone?
No. Mephisto is. He helped us reach the Cathedral of Hatred before Lilith did.
Of course. He had a hand in all of this from the beginning, didn't he?
We had to take the risk.
No. I understand. Where is the stone?
Nerel. She didn't come back to you.
No.
She must have already gone ahead to the desert chapel.
We'll go after her. Quickly. I need to bring Donan and seal the gate to hell behind us. I will only slow you down.
You can't do this on your own, my friend. We came together. We leave together too.
Now, we are truly alone. The creators of Sanctuary, Angel and Demon, Father and Mother, are dead. They made us in their image. Their conflict is a part of us. It always will be. But is there any truth to Lilith's vision? This mad idea that we can escape the eternal conflict? These are not questions befitting an old man. I don't have much time left. This struggle is not mine anymore. Or will we walk the same path of all children who rebel against their parents? So often we simply become them. All I can do is help the Wanderer and Nerel avoid the fate of Rathma. And everyone else who tried and failed to overcome our flawed nature. Once we are back with Nerel, we will find a way. We have to.
We return to the chapel and speak with Nerel, but she had gone. We need to find her. We've lost too many people. However, as we walk outside, Yosef with a group of guards, the one that saved us from the village at the start of the game.
Will this never end?
Yosef, what do you want?
Step aside. I'm here for the Haradrim.
Can it wait? I'm off to bury a friend.
We'll dig his grave for you.
Well, that's kind. But who will dig yours?
Kill the heretic!
The Haradrim have used their dark magics to bear a great evil into our world. Commit their wicked souls to the Father, and retrieve the Soul Stone.
Yosef. He saved my life in Nevesk. They were not our enemies.
They were fools. I don't have the time for it. I am going to Scotland. Donan deserves to be buried with his son.
I thought the dead deserve nothing, while the living are in danger.
Wise words.
We still need to search for Nerel, and we tried the Haradrim Vault to begin with. As we made our way there, we began to hear Nerel's voice in our head, replaying different things that she said throughout the game. We finally get there, and there was a ruined letter in place of where the Soul Stone should be held. A letter just for Lorath. We return to Lorath to show him this letter, and here it all starts to make a bit more sense. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Diablo 4. This was my first Diablo game, and I have to say the story was so good. I loved playing through every minute of it. I loved the characters, their motivations, I loved the antagonists in the story. They were so cool, and the voice acting was absolutely spot on. Wow. Honestly, well done, Blizzard. That was really good. Seriously one to remember, and with it being a live service, I'll definitely be jumping straight back into this for additional story progressions and things along those lines, because I'd be interested to see where it's going to go. If you've made it this far into the video, remember to comment down below Diablo in the comments. It shows how many people got this far into the video as well. Leave your thoughts on the game down below in the comments if you've played it, and what you think of the storyline. Also, as I mentioned at the start of the video, if you want to be in for a chance to win a couple copies of Diablo 4, I'll be giving away a few if this video hits 1k likes, which I know is such an easy thing for us to do, so we can smash that goal no problem. So make sure you leave a like on the video, comment Diablo down below to be in for a chance to win a copy of the game if you want it. This will not be the last Diablo video on the channel, I can assure you that. So if you want to keep up to date with the live service and see more breakdowns around the story, the ending and more, make sure you subscribe to more content on the way. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed. As I mentioned, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and we'll see you all next time.